The Deadpool and Wolverine trailer just dropped this past week, and we got a big glimpse that the TVA is going to play a huge role within this movie. But that has me asking the biggest question of why aren't more people complaining about this Deadpool and Wolverine trailer like they did the Marvels? At this point within the MCU, there's some expectation that you have had to have watched some movies and or shows prior to seeing one of the newest movies that's coming out. However, any good movie or show will give you some sort of background as to what's going on in the movie, even if you've never seen any previous shows or movies. But one of the biggest reasons that the MCU haters preyed upon that the Marvels did so bad was that you had to watch so many other previous shows before watching the Marvels to understand what was even going on. Now, in theory, before watching the Marvels, you had to have watched Captain Marvel, as well as the TV show Miss Marvel and the other Disney Plus show WandaVision. You could argue that there are some other movies and shows that are thrown in there, but those are the basics that you would have had to have watched to have a complete or near complete understanding of what was happening in the Marvels before watching the movie. And now that we know that the TVA is going to be playing a huge presence in Deadpool and Wolverine, I have yet to see anyone on social media complaining that they're gonna have some homework to do prior to watching this movie. Now, to just get an understanding of who and what the TVA is, you would technically only have to watch both seasons of Loki, which honestly, in my opinion, is one of the best Marvel shows that they've put out, so you wouldn't really be wasting your time. However, you would technically have to watch these other movies in addition to Loki to have a full and complete understanding of what's going on, including X-Men Origins Wolverine, The Wolverine, Logan, Deadpool, and Deadpool 2. But again, I don't hear anyone complaining that they have to watch those movies in an effort to understand what's going on in Deadpool 3. So I feel like the only reason why there's this double standard of people complaining about having to do too much homework to watch the Marvels versus no one complaining about doing homework to watch Deadpool and Wolverine is the fact that it's all about misogyny. And while some people may use the argument that the Marvels was just not a good movie, and that's a valid opinion to have if that's your opinion, however, you can scour the internet right now for all of the hate that was towards the Marvels of those people saying that you have too much homework to do, blah, blah, blah. Those same people are not saying that about Deadpool and Wolverine. So I'm sure this all goes back to some statement that Brie Larson said that her movies are not made for men, and then people took that way too wildly crazy, and it makes no sense whatsoever, and have just completely hated every single movie that she's done, especially within Marvel. Let's also add into the fact that people were hating on the Marvels because misogyny's older brother was also involved, racism, because 3 of the 4 main characters in the movie were people of color. So if you're one of those people who thought the MCU was dead or is now being saved and revived or is back, I think you should watch